When she stops responding, don't send her messages, don't pursue, don't justify yourself. The second you do, your power slips away. Most men feel fear when faced with silence. They text, call, plead, hoping to mend things. But what if I told you her silence isn't the issue? It's your response that exposes your vulnerability. Machiavelli once stated, "A man who pleads for love earns only disrespect." In this video, I'll teach you how to transform her indifference into fascination. Stick around until the end, and I'll share a psychological tactic so potent it could make her reach out even after blocking you. Her silence isn't random. When she stops replying, don't convince yourself it's a coincidence. It's not. She didn't forget you. She didn't lose all interest overnight. She's not too busy for a single text. Often, her silence is deliberate, a strategic move. She's testing what happens when she offers nothing. No responses, no energy, just quiet. It's not an error, it's a challenge. She's observing. Will he pursue me? Will he crumble and beg for my attention? Will he lose his composure? Most men fail this test immediately. Why? They take her silence personally, panic, overanalyze, double text, post stories for a reaction, or write lengthy messages to explain or reconnect. But here's the reality. She doesn't want your explanations. She's watching your reaction. If it's needy or desperate, she gains the upper hand. By chasing her when she pulls away, you're shouting one clear message. You control my emotions. That's the trap. Once she knows silence can unsettle you, she knows how to manipulate you every time. But if you stay calm, don't text back, and vanish with quiet confidence, the dynamic shifts. You're no longer the one being tested, you're the one setting the test. When her silence meets your stillness, her strategy crumbles. She wonders, why isn't he reacting? Why isn't he chasing? Have I lost him? Her test becomes confusion. Confusion becomes curiosity, and curiosity sparks desire. You didn't follow her rules, you rewrote them. That's the difference between a boy seeking approval and a man who wields power. Her silence is a signal, and your response to it shapes everything. The mistake most men make. When a woman goes quiet, most men stumble into the same error without realizing it. Her silence strikes their ego like a live wire. Suddenly, everything feels wrong. You wonder, did I mess up? Is she losing interest? Is someone else in the picture? These thoughts drown out reason, so you act. You send long texts to clarify yourself, ask if she's okay or upset, or post on your story hoping she'll notice. In your mind, you're just trying to restore the connection. But in hers, you've revealed your weakness. You need her more than she needs you. In attraction, that's a fatal position. When she senses your emotional dependence, the mystery fades, tension dissolves, and respect erodes. She may not say it, but she feels it. This man follows. He reacts. He's not grounded. Once she perceives this imbalance, her desire wanes. Women don't want to be the prize. They want to earn a man's attention, not have it handed to them. Here's what most men miss. Her silence isn't always rejection. Sometimes it's a test. The more emotional you get, the more you fail. The key? Don't chase, don't explain, don't try to win her with words. Hold your ground. Stay composed. Let your absence speak louder than your neediness. In that space, she'll start questioning, why isn't he reacting? Has he moved on? Is he different? That shift, from you chasing to her wondering, is where power begins. The trap is needing to be understood. The strength lies in staying unshaken. What she's really watching for. When she goes silent, she's not waiting for your text. She's quietly observing, not your words or emojis, but your reaction. She's not asking, does he care? But what does he do when I pull back? It's not about the message you send, It's about the energy you project. Will you beg, chase, or try to win her back? Or will you do what most men can't? Stay silent, calm, and in control. Deep down, she wants to feel a man's strength. Not physical, but mental. She's testing your emotional discipline. Can you stay centered when she gives you nothing? When you don't panic, don't rush to fix the silence or prove your worth. Something shifts in her. She feels something rare. A man who doesn't break, who doesn't need her validation, who doesn't give his power away. That challenges her. She questions, do I still have control? Is he slipping away? What's he thinking? That uncertainty creates tension, curiosity, and attraction, not from pursuit, but from silence. When she feels that tension, the dynamic flips. She's the one thinking about you, checking your profile, feeling your absence. She wanted to see if you'd walk away, and if you could make her feel it. How desire truly functions. Desire doesn't stem from comfort. It thrives on uncertainty. Most men believe constant availability, quick replies, or overt care will win her over. But the opposite occurs. The more present you are, the less she thinks about you. Why? There's no emotional tension, and tension fuels desire. Women aren't drawn to the safe or predictable. They're pulled to what stirs unexpected feelings. It's not about toxicity or games. It's about sparking curiosity and letting her mind work. You don't need to chase or explain your silence. Step back and her mind starts racing. Why did he stop texting? Did I mess up? Is he losing interest? These questions aren't just thoughts. They're emotional triggers she can't control. Here's a secret. When a woman is confused, she's emotionally invested. Her mind seeks answers, her ego feels off balance, and you occupy her thoughts rent-free. Desire grows from emotional movement, not constant comfort. She needs to feel a slight loss, an unanswered question, a moment of, where do I stand with him? That's where attraction builds. But you can't fake it. You must be willing to walk away, not to punish, but because you know being too available kills curiosity. And curiosity is where obsession begins. Stop seeking perfection. Stop explaining. Stop filling every silence. Let her wonder, because when she wonders, she wants. The strength of strategic withdrawal. Most men go silent for the wrong reasons. Anger, revenge, or hoping she'll notice. That's not power, it's emotion. A Machiavellian man withdraws to control the dynamic, not to punish. You don't ghost in a huff or block her like a child. You step back calmly, with purpose. Why? Because your absence creates more tension than your presence ever could. When you're gone, her mind doesn't quiet, it amplifies. She thinks, why hasn't he reached out? Did I lose him? Was I not enough? She replays your last message, her words, the entire story, over and over. That's the strength of strategic withdrawal. You're not ignoring her for a reaction, you're creating a space where she reacts to herself. The mind fills in the gaps, and imagination is stronger than reality. She doesn't miss your texts, she misses the mystery you left. She ponders what you didn't say, what you might be doing. That's not silence, it's a psychological echo. The rule, don't withdraw too soon or stay gone too long. Do it when she expects your attention, when she assumes you're always there. That's when it hits hardest. The goal isn't to hurt her, it's to shift the power. When she realizes she doesn't know where you stand, curiosity awakens, and curiosity plants the seed of obsession. Disappear like a shadow and let silence speak. When to deploy. This tactic. Going silent isn't just about stopping communication, it's about timing. Vanishing at the wrong moment looks weak. At the right moment it inflicts psychological impact. 3 moments are ideal, each striking where it hurts most. When she ignores you after showing interest. She used to reply quickly, laugh at your jokes, give signals. Now she's cold, distant, silent. This isn't random. It's a test to see if you'll chase. Most men break here, double texting, asking if everything's okay. Wrong. Your response defines her perception. Instead, vanish. Let her feel the absence of the man she was warming to. She'll wonder, did I push him away? Why's he quiet? Did I misjudge him? When you're giving more than she is, you're always texting first, planning calls, pouring in energy, while she gives less. This emotional imbalance breeds disrespect. She knows she doesn't have to earn you. Disappear. No anger, no explanation, just distance. The attention she took for granted vanishes, and that quiet loss hits harder than words. When she's cold but keeps you close, she replies with emojis, but the vibe is off. She's stringing you along, not choosing you. This trap keeps you in limbo, hoping she'll return to how things were. Don't wait. Your silence breaks her illusion of control. These moments are emotional pressure points. Disappear here, and she feels it deeply, realizing she didn't have you as figured out as she thought. How long to stay gone? Men often want a set time frame, 3 days, a week, a month. There's no universal number. Every situation varies. The purpose matters more than the duration. You're not disappearing to punish or make her beg. You're creating space for her to feel your absence and miss you. The rule: vanish long enough to be missed, not forgotten. A single day might go unnoticed. Too long, and she may move on or grow numb. The right duration stirs a storm in her mind. Why is he so quiet? Did I lose him? Was I not enough? That tension builds desire, rooted in uncertainty, but many men ruin it by returning with explanations. Sorry, I was busy, or I needed time. That kills the mystery. She sees your weakness, not your strength. Instead, return with calm confidence, as if your world never paused. Text like nothing happened. Speak like you were never gone. That quiet energy unsettles her. Did I matter to him? Why isn't he explaining? Without a word, you've reclaimed power because she's no longer in control. You are, all from disappearing with purpose and returning without apology. How to return with impact. Disappearing is powerful, but reappearing correctly sparks obsession. Most men botch it, returning too soon, too soft, too emotional, saying, sorry I was distant, or I miss you. That destroys the mystery. To reappear with strength, follow these steps. 1. Timing. Don't return when she expects it, not after her vague text, a like on your story, or a provocative post. That proves she still holds the reins. Instead, reappear unexpectedly, like on a random Tuesday afternoon when she's not thinking of you. That makes it feel authentic and powerful. 2. Keep it light and mysterious. Say something casual yet personal. Heard a song that reminded me of you, or had a dream about you, not sharing details. These aren't compliments, they're sparks. They say, I'm calm, living, but you crossed my mind. This drives her wild, making her want to know more. What song, what dream? Her imagination kicks in, and curiosity outshines affection. She chases answers, not love, and that puts you in her head. Never return with a long speech. Reappear with calm confidence, showing you don't need to justify yourself. You chose to show up. That shift from, please notice me, to, I decide, changes everything. She doesn't just reply, she leans in. The ultimate psychological trigger. The most powerful move isn't the silence, it's what you say just before vanishing again. Most men ruin their final message with emotion, I miss you, or let's talk soon. That closes the loop, giving her certainty and killing tension. You're not here to offer peace, you're here to linger in her thoughts. Leave her with an unfinished idea, something calm, deep and unclear, like true connections need time, not words. You didn't beg or explain, you set a mental trap. The human mind hates ambiguity, open doors that seem closed but might lead somewhere. She'll replay it, analyze it, wondering, what did he mean? Is he done? Should I reach out? That's the trigger. When she's thinking this way, you're in control. Don't follow up or check for her response. Just vanish again, not to manipulate, but to let her mind work. Done right, she won't just remember you, she'll feel unable to forget you. The story remains open, incomplete, alive in her mind, and that's what breeds obsession. If this video stirred something in you, awakened a part of you that was dormant, don't just move on. Mark this moment. This wasn't just advice, it was a mental shift. You didn't just learn. You recalled who you were before the world taught you to chase. So, I challenge you, comment the word power, not for me but for yourself. A quiet signal that this was when you stopped begging, stopped explaining, stopped fitting their mold, and started moving with calm control. You became a man who doesn't react to silence because he masters his own. A man who doesn't force desire because he knows tension builds it naturally. A man who doesn't seek validation because he is its source. If that's you, even a piece of you, write it below. Power. And if you're ready to dive deeper, to learn how to command a room without words, wield silence and tension as emotional tools, and craft a presence so unshakable it feels like magic, keep going.